you know, we had a really strong feeling I did in our small group that I couldn't close the breakout rooms. And we were just going to be in these breakout rooms for the rest of the time. Oh, wow. And then, of course, it just on its own closed the breakout rooms. Okay. So I don't know what to make of that, but
that would be me, Molly.
oh, true. Thank you.
I saw the timer at 6 minutes when we went in.
Yeah.
I texted you, but then I just went ahead and kept them open when the timer expired and then set another timer. So
oh my God.
On track.
Look at this. Look at who's taking care of us. His capability is enabling us to be who we are. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Drew. And now, Ejna, we get to have question and answers. Can people figure out how to do their raise hand? Because I don't think I can even describe to you how to do it at this moment. So much happening. Connie, do you have your hand up? Would you like to say something?
There you go.
Unmute yourself if you would.
I think I was just demonstrating how to raise your hand if you didn't. And I just want to say thank you, Molly, for all that you've done, and thank you, Drew, for holding it together from the background. And it's just so good to feel. And thank you, Ejna, and Hillary, and Elena, the wonderful wisdom that you shared from the heart. I hope.
Thank you, Connie.
If people go to react, if you have that on your menu screen.
Oh, down at the bottom on the nav bar.
At the bottom, if you do react in the middle at the bottom, there's a raise hand, and that'll put you at the very front of the queue of the gallery view so Molly can see you. Otherwise, just do that.
Anyone want to use a real hand? That might be the way to go.
What a concept.
Diana.
We'll go.
Thank you.
And I was really touched by your words about alchemy and how I really received when you said you were just speaking these words over us would start that transition, that transmutation. And I feel that. I feel that the more that I'm in these spaces where prayers are being said, the more my spirit lightens a little bit and my walls get a little thinner. And the barriers come down a little bit more. So I want to thank you for offering all of those prayers and speaking those words over me. And Molly, thank you. This is our last meeting, so I feel isn't it?
Yeah, but I know there is an invitation that we may consider together wanting to do more.
Yes. Yes, I was going to suggest, is there a part 2?
There can be a part 2. Yes.
So thank you.
I'm willing. So we'll float that out here. I think I'll probably send a survey out, but it really has been so encouraging. Thank you. Susan, my dear, 1 minute. Yeah. Can you, Susan?
Okay.
There you go.
My heart is full. I could spend the whole time with thank yous to you and Ejna and Lenny and Hillary. And instead, I will say what is so pregnant with me right now, Ejna, is your observation that we choose to forget. One of my family's lineages is the Graham clan from Scotland. And the motto on the coat of arms is ne oublier, which means never forget. But it turns out nobody in my family line, which includes some enthusiastic genealogists or even the official Graham clan website, none of them agree on what it is that we weren't supposed to forget. And I think it just makes the point that I can't look to those particular social structures. And the more I've been tuning into my own direct maternal ancestors, my own relationship with where I live, like Lenny led us off in the first session and all of this stuff. It's like, I'm remembering. And sometimes I think I'm crazy. Well, how could I remember? It was so many centuries back. And when you say, no, it's okay, you're supposed to remember, you don't realize what wind you put beneath my wings or what courage you put in my heart. So I just want to thank you for that.
Susan, beautiful, beautifully said. I so
Thank
greatly
you.
appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
It's as I've discovered that my memory was pretty good. Then as I started to really believe more that I was aging, my memory was starting to falter more. But now, as I've confronted the truth of my being, and it's changing my whole belief structure about what it is to age, my memory is improving. And my memory already was really good, but I love my memory, and it's not like I have to work, it's just here. So, it's just it's ever on standby. No. So to enjoy it, to really enjoy it. It's part of our divinity.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gina.
It's hard to talk, even for me, because I feel a lot of gratitude to all of you. I want to say in particular to you, Molly, this is wonderful what you have brought together. And the questions today were powerful. At first, that second question, I thought, wow, that's a huge question. And then we all answered each other. And so we were affirming what we want. We were affirming the dream. We were making it more real. I'm very happy to have listened to your heart words, Ejna. And Hillary and Lenny and all of us. I'm so grateful for this community and what we're doing. Thank you.
Thanks, Gina. So Ejna and I and Jane and Gusick, Lauren was her first name, Lauren, we're in this small group. And I just want to say, this is the theme I'm getting, because I get a lot of themes. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. Yeah. Our hearts are strong. We are capable. We are all the things that Ejna said. We are. Even if we don't believe it, you still are. You still are. She is encouraging me to use my heart for the strength of grasping that I am beauty. I am awe and wonder. And that it's who I am becoming, who I am. And I can drop the self-denigration and the unworthiness. And because you know what? It's not real, right, Ejna? It's not real when we look at our real identity. It's deeply clearer for me to understand what healing is and how we can't be healed if we have the courage to be healed.
I would say that if we have the courage, courage is inherent within us. And I would say that when we're at the lowest point, when like, how can I go on? And I just want to give up. That's when, whoa, I really truly want to just give up. I give up. And I have done this several times where I just, okay, I just give up. And lo and behold, the minute maybe not exactly that minute, but all of a sudden, I pick it up. It's like, where did that come from? It's my own spirit. Wow. Oh, I've picked it up again. So I've given up many times and then I've restarted. So that it's just inherent within us. It's like trying to stop your breathing. If you hold your breath and hold your breath just breaks on through you. So yeah, that is your spirit. It's inherent within us. So I would say to invite, okay, courage come, just love come, just that prayer. Yeah. And it's hardest, when you're dealing with self-hatred, that's the hardest because you're so angry that you don't want to, no, I don't, yeah. But it's like, okay, just wait, and accept that you're just so angry you don't even want to even ask for help. But yeah, just let it be there for a little while and let it sit. And then, oh, okay, guess what?
Our birthright will come forth.
Yeah.
Our birthright of courage and strength.
Yeah.
It's so
So
beautiful.
Lucas, yes.
Yes, Lucas.
Okay, thank you. Hey, thanks, Ejna. I'm coming with the what I've been feeling some elemental questions of fire and water right now. And as was sitting, an immediate reference towards 2020 and after George Floyd's murder and then burning of police stations, like a necessary fire of truth. And as we lead into like this Saturday, there's a lot of organizing, a lot of fighting, and a lot of necessary righteous rage that also has to move in these our alchemical bodies, right? So I'm curious how you hold these, how you experience and how you hold these elements of like the healingness, how I feel the healingness of water, but the fire of like wanting to see so much of this stuff burned to the ground, and how that how that shows up in your understanding of earth relationships.
Oh yeah, fire. Woof. There's all of the elements have so much power and complexity, but fire, it's you say about righteous rage. There's a way that we need to bleed off when we're so full of rage. And we first discover that there's rage in us. One of my friends encouraged me to go out in the mountains or somewhere out in the wilderness and get a tree branch or something and just rage, give it to the earth, let it bleed off, because it is, war is an act of rage and there's so much in us, but that fire, is you really start to be conscious. And this is where I'm making a pitch for meditation. I've meditated for very seriously 40 years, but practicing consciousness for almost 50 years, that the discovery that below the rage is just force. It's just power. So it can come through love, it can come through rage, it can come through creativity, comes through dance. I mean, there are lots of ways, but it's the transmutation, because what does fire do? I mean, it shows us, it transforms those, whatever's burning into much more fundamental elemental levels. And I want to share with you something that I just heard within a few days, that our physicists now, the most brilliant, that behind the muons and the subatomic particles, there's even the more fundamental force, and it's revealing itself as the yin and the yang, and it's bringing forth these subatomic particles, but that the site of Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, that the configuration of the rooms, that it actually is mirroring this flow of the yin and the yang, bringing things into manifestation itself. So those were generators or machines that were working with free energy, the energy of creation itself, and they buried that, but now our most brilliant are sharing that, so that what it does is it honors us, the mystery of who we are, that we're discovering this. We can see this, we're knowing this about ourselves and the universe, and the wondrousness of our being. So the fire is the transmutation and the energy of who we are, and learning how we direct the power that we are. But we have to go through the lessons of rage, and that is part of what we're doing as a species as we confront war, because it is a certain way that our force and our energy is being used collectively. It hasn't served us, but these are great millennial lessons, great millennial practices that we needed to, to go move past. And it's time for us to flow past through on the other side of war, where we disarm. We are disarming, but it's because we're gaining the intelligence and the wisdom to work with the forces of creation in a generative way, not destructive way. So thank you for asking that, because I didn't know that my answer was going to go that way, but it did. So thank you. Yeah.
Wow. Yes. We can follow you, Ejna, at any and all times when invited and allowed. Yes. So beautiful.
I'm just enjoying. I have everybody on gallery, and the smiles and the smiles and the enjoyment that so many are staying, and video. So thank you all.
Mm-hmm.
We're all, it's beautiful, this time we've had together. And Molly, what a masterful job you have done.
Sweet.
In all of these. I watched the videos, and it's beautiful. And this is healing. I mean, this is healing work. I mean, this is the honoring of who we are. And this beautiful book that Hillary wrote. Because this is what we are. We're being good relatives right here together right now. It's wonderful. Yeah. And it doesn't look at what it took, Molly, just having this and gathering. Even the first meeting, you were all really good relatives. So hooray for us.
Yeah, well, hooray for us. Yes. We are capable, and we are encouraged, and we are in relationship. And
So can I ask Lucas, was that, I don't know, was that, did that answer your question?
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm grateful for the answer. It's just I've been holding this in this period of time and curious how people, yeah, I was curious how you engage with those qualities. Because I find myself moving around and swirling in the different energies of both. So yeah, I'm
Oh,
grateful for your perspective and sharing about yeah, with that. Thank you.
Yeah. You know, when somebody is enraged, uh, like um, like you get somebody that is triggered,
Hmm.
you can't reach them. You have to hold and wait for them to kind of settle or ask questions to settle them,
Hmm.
because there are times when you can't even, people's eyes glaze over and they're just enraged. I would say the father that is beating a child and the child is crying and screaming, that is one of the most destructive forces, but we have to own that, and finding a way that the person faces themselves when they have done that. It's easier to take the side of the victim, but we need the wisdom of how we create the crucible to heal that we have done this heinous, heinous thing. Yes. Yeah.
Krishna.
Thank you.
It's so uh, so aligned with where and what we've been doing. And I, in my own personal journey, it's just that this, as I keep telling people, okay, the edges of my journey are being expanded. I don't want to have a small, I want to have the cosmic, the cosmic understanding and the depth of understanding of where and who we are and what is happening in our world today. And I think that you've given us such wonder and wonderful encouragement. And I would hope that we would like to get together again. Um, and I'm willing to do so to help accommodate that. And I will send out a request to see if you're interested. And April 26th, Ejna and I are going to be at Canticle Farm, and more of the same. Wow. If you want something like you got today, you might want to just end up at Canticle Farm in Oakland, California, April 26th, so that we can work on this together. Because Ejna wants to open it such that we are talking about not just following, but creating together the practices of what and how this can be in this world today, because there is an urgent need and to hear and understand and to be transmuted and transformed. And Ejna would.
There's only about 30 spaces. So Molly's going to send out the flyer. It'll be RSVP. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Just donation to Canticle Farm. So Ejna, is this the moment for your blessing for us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, beloved, deepest creator, the most intimate source, creating the great Akasha where every thought, word, feeling, deed is captured and honored. We thank you for this time together, and we deeply, deeply invite courage, love, majesty, beauty, wisdom, inspiration for our lives, so that we may enjoy one another and enjoin our whole human family to come with us into our own sure knowledge of our divinity, of our intertanglement with one another, so we can truly enjoy life and the universe and you. Aho. Amen. Ashe.
Wow.
Yeah, we are saved.
And a deep bow. And if we'd like to unmute Drew and allow people to say their words of gratitude if desired.
Thank you for the sharing and the vulnerability.
Thank you for modeling the open heart.
Thank you.
Deep gratitude. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gratitude, wisdom, heart. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. So nice to gather over this time.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Molly. Thank you, Ejna.
Thank
you all.
Welcome.
Bye for now, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Karen. Thanks, Heather Marie.
I used to live in Denver.